Good morning from Bergen, Norway.
We are about to embark on a fjord cruise that is going to take us through the Mostraumen Fjord here that is near Bergen. It's a 4-hour-long cruise. Anybody can book it. It runs all times of the year, and it costs about $78 a person US.
Let's hop on the boat.
Welcome to Mostraumen.
So we made it up to the fjord. It was about an hour and 45-minute boat ride. Incredibly gorgeous. I mean, yeah, you really can't beat it.
We weren't sure how it was going to play out because it was so cloudy and rainy today, but honestly the clouds have added a really, really nice hue to the mountains.
Yeah.
And the water and all of the surroundings. And the boat is actually, I would say, at capacity, as many people as it can carry.
Oh yeah, seriously. I think they actually turned some people away that wanted to come on last minute, but they were full. But you can see here, I mean, I honestly don't, I know that the videos and the pictures are not doing it justice because you just can't quite get the drama of how tall these mountains are compared to the people and compared to us, but it's just gorgeous.
And the pretty waterfalls, they don't really photograph well or video very well because we just can't get close enough. With our eyes, we can see them really well.
Yeah, but this is why you definitely should come to Norway, come to Bergen, take this cruise.
This is definitely not Norway's largest fjord.
No.
That would be Sonja Fjord, and we're not going to get to see that on this trip, which I'm kind of bummed about, but
That's okay, something to save for the next trip, you know.
And there will definitely be another trip, or 2, or 3.
Yeah, we're going to keep sailing along on this boat. I think we've got at least 30 to 45 minutes. Oh wow, there's another waterfall right in front of us.
Oh wow, that is pretty
amazing. I'm going to try to get it. I'm just super impressed that there's actually civilization up here.
Yeah, people actually live in these really pretty houses that are along the fjord, and
I mean, it's super remote. Like, how did they get? I mean, I know they got here by boat, but it's just impressive. Like, and there's a full church and a school and fishing village. It's amazing.
And that waterfall is just absolutely beautiful.
Like I said, the captain's getting us really close to this waterfall. It's so cool.
It would be amazing to wake up and see this every morning.
Right? I understand why they built the place up here. There's even a beach over here, too, which is crazy.
They probably have a car, too, though.
Oh, well, now, yes, I'm sure. That was a whole lot of fun and incredible things to see. I know I've said incredible several times, but it really is just amazing.
That's really the only word you can really do or say to sum it all up is incredible, beautiful, glorious,
stunning.
Yeah,
it really is.
Definitely something you have to do when you come to Bergen. Apparently it goes all year, so it doesn't matter when you're here, but you can always do it.
But yeah, maybe try to find a time when it's sunny if you can. I mean, unfortunately for us, it's kind of hit or miss because of the season. It would definitely be a lot better when it's sunny, but it's also, obviously, as you just saw, gorgeous even when it's raining.
Yes, it is.
But we are going to head back to our hotel and show you around our beautiful place we're staying, which you can actually see on the umbrella behind us, which is the Opus 16. See you there. Welcome to the Opus 16, a beautiful old building here in Bergen, Norway. It was an old bank, and now it's been turned into a hotel in memory of Edvard Grieg. In fact, it used to be owned by the Edvard Grieg family, recently sold to another family to run it and operate it. So they could actually run another one somewhere else. That's okay. Come on inside.
Welcome to the beautiful Opus 16 Hotel here in Bergen. You come into the entrance, and you have a beautiful front desk to your left, as well as the concierge desk. You have beautiful marble all over the place. This place was built in the 1800s as a bank and functioned until the 1970s as a bank. And after that, it was many things. It's been a nightclub. They've had TV shows shot here. There has been a restaurant here, actually. And then in 2018, it was turned into what is now the Opus Hotel. You have a beautiful lounge area here. You have a bar. You have a wonderful restaurant, which we have had breakfast in because when you stay here, breakfast, I believe, is included with all rates. You have gorgeous chandeliers and glass ceilings, which I think is just absolutely amazing. And then downstairs, you have a timeline about Edvard Grieg and his life.
My favorite part of this hotel is just through these old bank gates, which kind of feels like a secret. But come on. Right around this corner is a very old elevator. It is still a functioning elevator.
Doors closing. Please mind the doors.
And it's got a cute little sound once you actually get to your floor. It's a little slow, but that's okay. It's worth waiting. That was the doorbell.
Doors opening.
Welcome to our room here at the Opus 16 Hotel in Bergen. I think we have a deluxe category. It's about 28 square meters, so very close to 300 square feet in size. They've made a really good use of the space. You walk in, you have a wardrobe which contains 2 very nice bathrobes and slippers and places to hang your clothes. You have a full-length mirror to do a fit check before you leave the room. You have a wonderful bathroom with a shower that you could fit about 10 people in. Not really, but it's huge especially for Norwegian standards. It's got heated floors. It's got my favorite kind of bathroom trash can that I have ever had in Europe, if you know, you know, because they're incredibly hard to open. You have a mini bar that is very well stocked. You do get complimentary coffee and tea, and they have a nice little Nespresso maker here in the room. You have a lovely, comfortable king-size bed by Jensen. If you don't know who Jensen is, you should look them up and really pressure them to start selling beds in the United States because they are amazing. You have 2 really big windows here, which let in a lot of light, as well as open fully so you can get some fresh air. The hotel has a air ventilation system. It's not air conditioning, and it is not the same as air conditioning. It also has a nice big television, a nice couch, and a coffee table, and a desk for you to do business here if you need to.
Well, the hotel room is beautiful and warm and cozy, but we decided to brave the weather and get out and do a little bit of walking just because we want to see everything we can see while we're here. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little more sunny, but of course there's no guarantees of that. But the streets are beautiful, and they've got some really cool old buildings and structures, and yeah, it's a beautiful little city. Makes sense why a lot of tourists come here.
There's a lot of cobblestones, so make sure you pack your comfortable shoes.
Good morning on this lovely sunny day. We are so excited. We actually have some sun here in Bergen. We had another lovely night in our hotel room there at the Opus 16 in Norway. I don't know what you have done with your beds, but they are phenomenal.
Yes, Jensen makes an amazing bed. They're so comfortable, and you don't feel your partner move at all.
Yeah.
But yet they're oh so soft and oh so comfortable.
So comfortable. We're trying to figure out how to get one to the States because they don't sell them in the States presently. But we are on our way to the light rail station where we are going to take a 30-minute light rail
look, selected.
ride to the Stave Church. And once we get there, you'll understand why we wanted to spend 30 minutes on the light rail to get there.
Is this pretty?
So we have reached the sign that says this direction towards the Stave Church.
And apparently you walked through a makeshift forest.
Yeah, I was not expecting to walk through the woods.
It's really pretty.
But I guess they're preparing us for what we're about to see. I don't think they're prepared, though. You think they're prepared?
Probably not.
No. I think they'll be shocked and surprised. Just like we will be, because we've only seen pictures.
Welcome to Fantov Stave Church. This church is built to look like the old stave churches in Norway. It technically belongs to the Church of Norway. It doesn't have, basically it's not an active congregation, although the other congregations in the area do use it for certain things. It is mainly used for weddings and baptisms. It costs 80 kroner to get in, which is a little less than $8 US to walk around and see the inside. If you have the Bergen card, it is free entry.
The church itself is rather small. It was originally built, obviously, to hold a very small congregation in a very small village or town. And that's actually one of the reasons why these old churches are no longer, because they had to be rebuilt for bigger places and more modern situations. So, what was that?
More contemporary churches.
Yes, they actually use the word more contemporary churches, not contemporary like you would think in the States. The architecture on this building is incredible and gorgeous. The detail work up on the roof is beautiful, and it is definitely worth the tram ride over here and the hike up here. Maybe save your 80 krona for going inside, because you can still see most of it from the outside. But as I said, the inside still is beautiful. They do have a walking path around the outside of this church inside the woods. And the views are incredible. Definitely worth a stop when you are in the Bergen area. Now we are headed back down, take our tram ride back to the city, because we've got a lot more to see.
Joseph has been dying to try anything reindeer related, so we're going to get a reindeer sausage.
Hello, can I get 2 reindeer sausages?
Everything on?
Yes, please. I got mine traditional with mustard and lingonberries and crispy onions. Ryan got no mustard on it.
I feel so guilty. I feel like I'm eating Rudolph.
You are eating Rudolph.
That's so sad.
Well, you might be eating one of the others.
Sorry, kids.
Danner, Prancer, Vixen, Comet.
Sorry,
maybe
kids.
Cupid.
No Christmas.
I love the
It's
lingonberries.
good.
The lingonberries and the mustard are fantastic on it. We have some vultures waiting for us here to drop things.
So we're gonna move.
You see the vultures? All right. Well, we're gonna finish these on our way around town. Now I think it's time to do Ryan's favorite thing on vacation, hiking. No, first we're going to take a funicular up the hill. So there are 7 mountains that surround Bergen, like many of the other famous cities in our world that are built on 7 mountains. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a trend.
Yes, it does.
But Bergen is also one of those. And there are several mountains that you can go on top of here. One is the Oreken. We are not going to be doing that one today. We might do it tomorrow. Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. It's like $40 a person to do. That one is a gondola. But this one is the Fløibanen.
Fløibanen?
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And it's a funicular up, and then we are going to be hiking down.
It is about $7, about 70 krona for one way. Round trip, if you want to do the funicular, it's about a little less than $12, so 130 krona, or kroner.
Yes.
Round trip if you don't want to hike down. But the hike down is supposedly pretty easy. It's just like a gravel road, just kind of wind down.
Yeah. But the line when we passed the funicular earlier was way crazy, like way out the door and down the road.
Fast.
But we'll see. Hopefully it moves fast. But I'll show you if it's not. Thankfully, the lines were not crazy. The line to buy tickets was a little bit long, but they have Wi-Fi and you were able to buy them online with a QR code.
It looks like they also have ticket machines.
Yeah, and we are walking right in. I was looking for a place to scan, but I bet it's down here once you actually get to the funicular doors. Yep, we have made it to the top of the mountain.
Welcome to Fløibanen.
And there's nobody else here. We're just by ourselves. All these people are just...
A fig Newton of your imagination.
Yes, exactly. No, it's a tourist spot for a reason. But as you can see behind us, it is a gorgeous view. And especially on a sunny day, you can see forever through the country of Norway.
And you have a very, very nice, clear view of the harbor of Bergen, as well as the old town and the city center. It's really spectacular.
And I even see a troll in front of me.
Uh-oh. One thing we've noticed about Norway that sets itself apart from many other countries is if you are disabled, confined to a wheelchair, however you want to say that, Norway is very wheelchair accessible. There are ramps and lifts and elevators everywhere to help you get to where you need to be. There's even a little ramp here at Fløibanen to actually get down to the panoramic viewing area. It's pretty cool.
Fløibanen, the top of the mountain, as well as the funicular, are open actually up until midnight, at least right now in October, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I'm sure this view at the middle of the night at dark with all the lights on is also just as incredible. In case you want to do it, Oreken is this mountain up here. You can see the radio tower on top. I don't think we're going to get to it on this trip. We'll probably have to save it for another one. But as you can tell, this is definitely worth every penny to get this view, see it. And you might even consider coming after dark because I would imagine the city all lit up at night is going to be beautiful too. They have a full restaurant as well as a cafe up here, so you can spend quite a bit of time up here. You don't have to just make it a trip up and a trip down.
And money too. If you want a glass of wine, it's only about 160 kroner, about $15. If you want a soda, it's about 60 kroners, about $6. But at the little bar over there that's closed for the winter, it says water is free for everyone. So that's at least nice that they do give you that.
And they even have real live goats that you
And
can
they
pet.
all have names.
And they're very comfortable with people, obviously.
Goats are weird though, they freak me out.
These are very fat goats. They're very well fed. Are you trying to sleep or are you avoiding people?
I think that's Gucci.
We almost missed it, but thankfully we saw a sign as we were getting ready to walk down. There's actually a lake up here, and it's only half a kilometer away from the main area.
It says it's 10 minutes, so I'm estimating it's probably about 30.
No, half a kilometer shouldn't take us that long.
We found the lake on the Fløibanen, and it was actually a 10-minute walk from where we were. They were actually very accurate, and it is really quiet and serene up here. People are hiking up here, taking walks around the lake. I'm sure there's some joggers, but definitely a really cute, cool place to come up and just kind of relax and be at peace.
To the city center. Look, they have a slide. It goes down the hill. I mean, I think it's more for kids, but it looks like an adult would fit. I'm too much of a kid not to try this. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm stuck. Inch out. Oh, that was fun.
Right behind me is the Church of St. Mary, which belongs to the Church of Norway, which is basically the Evangelical Lutheran. It is the oldest still standing structure in Norway that did not burn in the Great Fire in the 1700s. It is very medieval looking inside. I would say it's got some very interesting artwork. It did say that there was an entry fee of 100 krona. However, we don't know why or how, but we walked right in. I don't know if it's because it's October and it's not the height of tourist season, they don't charge, but everything we've seen, including at the Welcome Center and the Visit Norway office or Visit Bergen office, it said there was an entry fee and it was free if you have the Bergen card, but we didn't pay anything and there was no one that tried to make us pay. But it's definitely worth a visit. The inside, like I said, it's very medieval, very dark. It is very different from other churches that you will go into and see.
There are so many incredible places and things to see here in the city of Bergen and around the area. Sadly, we are not going to get to see them all on this trip, but one of the most iconic that you're going to see is where we're walking through right now, which is the Bryggen. It is right off of the wharf, and you can't miss it because there are so many tourists right in front of it, of course.
The Bryggen is basically a reproduction of the old, I'd call them fishing houses or iconic Norwegian colorful houses that you see kind of all over the country. This area that we're in now is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was rebuilt, obviously, but they've done a really good job at rebuilding it, making it look old. But the first one reopened in 2021, I guess, since they started redoing everything. But now people do not live in these particular ones. They are pretty much all stores for tourists or restaurants or bars, and I think a couple of nightclubs that are in them too.
Yep. Bergen has been an incredible city, and Norway has been an incredible country.
He is making me leave tomorrow, and I am not happy about it. We're definitely going to have to come back and visit so many other beautiful places and beautiful cities and other parts of this enormous country that is very sparsely populated for its size.
Yeah, we have an ever-growing list. So until the next adventure,
thanks for traveling the world with us.